Microsoft MS-102 exam practice questions are available in the video for you to study. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You need to use Microsoft Defender for cloud apps to monitor user mailbox activities. What should you do? A. Create an activity policy. B. Enable mailbox audit logging. C. Create an app connector for Microsoft 365. D. Create an access policy. The answer is B. To monitor mailbox activities in Defender for cloud apps, you must first enable mailbox audit logging so the activities are recorded. Defender then uses this audit data to generate alerts or insights. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You plan to create an anti-malware policy named Policy 1. You need to ensure that Policy 1 can detect malicious email messages that were already delivered to a user's mailbox. What should you do in the Microsoft Defender portal? A. Enable zero-hour auto-purge, ZAP. B. Modify the common attachments filter. C. Configure a quarantine policy. D. Enable enhanced filtering. The answer is A. Zero-hour auto-purge, ZAP, automatically removes malicious emails that were already delivered to mailboxes if they are later found to be harmful. It's the key feature for post-delivery detection and cleanup of threats in Microsoft Defender. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription that contains devices onboarded to Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. You integrate Microsoft Defender for cloud apps with Defender for Endpoint. You need to identify which cloud apps and services were used most during the last 30 days. What should you do? A. Generate a cloud discovery snapshot report. B. Generate a monthly security summary. The answer is D. The Cloud Discovery Executive Report gives a high-level view of the most used cloud apps and services over a period like the last 30 days, based on Defender for Endpoint data. It's perfect for identifying usage trends across the organization. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription and use Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Defender for Endpoint has tamper protection enabled. You have a device named Device 1 that is onboarded to Defender for Endpoint. You need to configure antivirus and real-time protection for Device 1. What should you do in the Microsoft Defender portal? A. Enable troubleshooting mode. B. Initiate a live response session. C. Isolate device 1. D. Create a device group. The answer is A. When tamper protection is enabled in Defender for Endpoint, it prevents changes to security settings, like antivirus or real-time protection, unless troubleshooting mode is enabled. Turning on troubleshooting mode temporarily lifts protections so you can configure settings on the device. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. Administrators are issued FID02 security keys. You need to create a conditional access policy that will use a FID02 security key as an authentication method. Which access controls option should you select for the policy? A. Require token protection for sign-in sessions. B. Require approved client app. C. Require authentication strength. D. Require multi-factor authentication. The answer is C. To enforce the use of FID02 security keys, which are FIDO2-based passwordless authentication methods, you need to use require authentication strength in conditional access. This option allows you to target policies based on specific authentication methods, like FIDO2, certificate-based auth, etc. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You create a data loss prevention (DLP) policy named DLP1. You need to ensure that endpoint rule actions are available in the advanced DLP rules for DLP1. To which location should you apply DLP1? A. Instances. B. Devices. C. OneDrive accounts. D. On-premises repositories. The answer is B. To ensure that endpoint rule actions are available in your DLP policy, the policy must be applied to devices. This enables the DLP rules to detect and take action on data stored on endpoints, like a PC or mobile device, that may not be in the cloud, e.g., OneDrive or SharePoint. Your company has 3 main offices and 1 branch office. The branch office is used for research. The company plans to implement a Microsoft 365 tenant and to deploy multi-factor authentication. You need to recommend a Microsoft 365 solution to ensure that multi-factor authentication is enforced only for users in the branch office. What should you include in the recommendation? A. Microsoft Entra Conditional Access. B. A Microsoft Intune Device Compliance Policy. C. A Microsoft Intune Device Configuration Profile. D. Microsoft Entra Password Protection. The answer is A. To enforce multi-factor authentication, MFA, for users only in the branch office, you can use Microsoft Entra Conditional Access. It allows you to set policies based on location, ensuring MFA is required only when users are accessing Microsoft 365 from the branch office. You have a Microsoft 365 is subscription that includes Microsoft Intune. You manage all iOS devices by using Intune. You plan to protect corporate-owned iOS devices by using Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. You configure a connection between Intune and Defender for Endpoint. You need to onboard the devices to Defender for Endpoint. What should you do? A. Enable Microsoft Defender for Cloud. B. Create an app protection policy. C. Download an onboarding package. D. Add an app to Intune. The answer is C. To onboard iOS devices to Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, you need to download an onboarding package from the Defender for Endpoint portal and then deploy it via Microsoft Intune. This process will enable the devices to be protected by Defender for Endpoint. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You need to create a mail-enabled contact. Which portal should you use? A. The Microsoft Entra Admin Center. B. The Intune Admin Center. C. The Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal. D. The Exchange Admin Center. The answer is D. To create a mail-enabled contact in a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription, you should use the Exchange Admin Center. This is where you manage email-related objects like mailboxes, distribution groups, and mail-enabled contacts. You have a Microsoft 365 is subscription and use Microsoft Defender for cloud apps. You register a cloud app named App 1 in Microsoft Entra 10. You need to create an access policy for Apple. What should you do first? A. Configure an app connector to Defender for cloud apps. B. Add a Security Information and Event Management (SLEM) agent to Defender for cloud apps. C. Create an app tag for App 1. D. Deploy Conditional Access App Control to App 1. The answer is A. Before creating an access policy for a registered app in Microsoft Defender for cloud apps, you first need to configure an app connector. This allows Defender for cloud apps to integrate with the app and monitor it for access policies.